Okay. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking on the little bell. Hey man, the people want to hear more about Amber Heard, so we're going to keep on going. But I just saw this 30 minutes ago. What the fuck is burning CDs? Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. What the fuck is burning CDs? Fucking old, man. I'm old. Oh my god. Okay, look, young kids. Burning CDs, that was what we would do when we wanted to have music on a CD. You had to put it into your laptop or your PC, more than likely your big PC with a big old whatever that thing is called, and processor. There we go. And then you had to literally get music and put it on the CD, and it had to burn onto the CD. And it took some time. Like I don't even. I'm trying to look back and trying to remember. Holy fuck! It's just things like this that'll happen, and it's like, how fucking old am I? Oh my god! But getting my mind off of that. She forced me to watch The Big Bang Theory. Now that's abuse. That is abuse. That is abuse. And the reason I say that is because I love that show. Like, it's just one of those shows you put on and you just have it in the background. It's so boring. Like, it's one of those boring, vanilla, there's really not anything going on. And every once in a while you're watching and you'll just be like, and like, it really is. Like, she forced me to watch The Big Bang Theory. Oh, man. Okay. So now we got those two laughs out of the way. Now, you want to know something? You got to see this video. Because I think Amber Heard, I think she does remember.
I remember, remember, I 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 remember. I remember, I remember, I remember it. I remember, I remember, I remember, remember, I remember, I remember, remember, I remember, and I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I just remember, I 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 just remember, I remember, and I just remember, I 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 remember, that's what I remember. Like, remember, I remember, and I remember, I just remember, I just remember, I remember, and I remember, I distinctly remember, and I remember, I remember, and I remember, 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 I just remember, I 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 remember. I just remember, I remember, and I just remember, I just remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember. I remember, 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 I just
Okay,
remember.
okay, that's enough. That's enough. That was a lot. I don't even know how long that was. So let's just, we're going to go ahead and say that Amber Heard remembers. Okay, so now everybody remembers the horrible doctor, Dawn, whatever, Hughes, I believe it was, Dawn Hughes. Everybody remembers her. She was horribly biased, right? Now look at this little clip. We're going to prove how horribly biased that doctor was. So just listen to this clip.
You cannot testify that Johnny Depp was not abused, can you?
I can testify that he had physical acts of violence perpetrated on him as well as psychological aggressive acts perpetrated upon him.
What? So essentially, he had physical acts perpetrated upon him. So he got his ass beat, and he had psychological and emotional acts perpetrated upon him. So he was verbally and emotionally abused. So do you see why the whole believe all women thing is not okay? Because these women have, and when I say, oh, he said these women, Amber Heard, women like Amber Heard, not women like you. These women have a voice in their ear that is saying that he had physical acts done upon him. Dude, that means you got your ass kicked. That means someone beat your ass. That's what that means. She's changing the name of the thing to change it from abuse to physical acts placed upon him or done upon him. Let's watch it one more time.
You cannot testify that Johnny Depp was not abused, can you?
I can testify that he had physical acts of violence perpetrated on him as well as psychological aggressive acts perpetrated upon him.
I'm getting a migraine. And it's things like that that just give me a fucking migraine. I swear. And are we expected to be, we're so stupid. They think that we're so stupid as public, as the people, that we're just going to believe that. Really? Really? And sadly, the answer is yes, really. Because if you actually think about something, the public really has fallen for all of this Me Too shit. Basically, even I know that Me Too has kind of died down because it's already 2022, excuse me. I know that Me Too has kind of died down, but still, when this happened back in 2016, that was like right before Me Too, 2017, remember? And then 2018 was in the height of Me Too. 2018, it was right there. You could go on Twitter and say whatever the fuck you wanted about a man, and everybody on Twitter would agree. Everybody, and they didn't have to even know any details, any proof, and everyone would agree with you. But it's 2022. And now something like Amber Heard happens. And people have realized that, because back then we were the ones saying it, a lot of men like me were the ones saying it, like, you can't believe every single one of them. How do you know if they're lying? How do you know if they don't have an agenda behind them? How do you know if they don't have something going on in their head and they want to make it up just so that way they can hurt the guy? And back then, when you used to say that, either you would get kicked off Twitter or kicked off Facebook, or people would come down on you in groups and you would just get owned by people over and over and over. The way that Amber Heard said Johnny Depp would repeatedly, he was beating me repeatedly. That's what would happen in real life, man. You'd be on Twitter and you'd say, well, you can't really believe all women, man. You don't know what's going on behind them, what's going on in their head. And people would be like, you're a misogynist, you're a sexist, blah. Like, you just want to hurt women. And it would be like, oh, fuck, okay, fine, then I guess I won't speak. But we're not there anymore, man. This is 2022. And really, that actually makes sense as to why Johnny Depp wanted this to come out. Johnny Depp wanted this to come out. He probably doesn't even give a shit if he wins, because isn't he suing? He's suing her for $50 million, right? Do you really think she's even going to be able to pay that? She doesn't even make that kind of money. She doesn't make baller money the way that Johnny Depp did. I mean, Johnny Depp made $17.5 million. Oh, no, hold on. $14.5 million. Yeah, $14.5 million in 2017. I went backwards. He made $14.5 million in 1 year, and that was without any studio movies. That was without any high price payments. That's baller status. Do you think that Amber Heard is going to be able to even pay back $50 million? No, not at all. So I think now it's pretty obvious that we can see that Johnny Depp did not count on winning. I mean, yeah, winning, of course, proving his innocence. He wanted this in the court of public opinion. And let me tell you something. In the court of public opinion, she's guilty as fuck. Nobody's ever going to watch another movie that says starring Amber Heard. Nobody. So there has been some people in the comments, and they have been saying things like, well, you guys shouldn't go so hard on her because if she loses, she could kill herself. And I do think there is some truth to that. I know that, let's say in the future, like 2 years from now, a story comes out, oh, Amber Heard killed herself with pills or whatever, and it'll end up being mental health or something, right? But someone like me, that I've been doing video after video after video, giving the people what they want about Amber Heard, they're gonna try and like, oh, well, you caused her because you spotlighted that case so much. And I'm gonna be like, I don't fucking care. It's not my fault. She shouldn't have been an asshole. Now, is it sad if someone was to kill themselves? Of course, that's horrible. I don't want that to happen. But at the same time, we're here because of the proof. We're here because of the audios. We're here because I hit you with a door and I punched you in the face. And what else did she say? Oh, well, go tell the world, Johnny. Tell the people that you were suffering domestic, or you were a domestic violence victim, and you, a man, Johnny Depp, were a domestic violence victim, and see who's going to side with you. That's why we're here, man. And you want me to tell you what? If there was one single audio or one single photo of real bruises, and when I say real bruises, I mean like Rihanna bruises. When we saw the photos of Rihanna after Chris Brown had beat the shit out of her, everybody was like, holy fuck. Now, yeah, of course, on social media, you'll make some jokes. Like if there's a video of a woman and she's doing some stupid shit, people on Twitter, they'll be like, why doesn't he just Chris Brown her ass? Like, yeah, those are jokes. Those are, it's just a joke. But as far as like this, there was proof that Chris Brown beat the shit out of her. There was proof. There was photo evidence where you saw, and I used it as a background. I'll see if I can get it again. You saw the bruises on her face. You saw how she was all puffed up like that. Rihanna got fucked up, man. She really got fucked up. And then we show a video 2 days ago or yesterday, whenever it was, we show the video that Amber Heard stole her story. Really? Really? So then I'm supposed to feel guilty that we're here spotlighting this case, and then there's some kind of possibility that because she loses the case or because she'll never get another movie, she could kill herself, and I'm supposed to be sorry about that? Look, that would, like I said, again, that would be horrible. I don't want that to happen to her. I hope that she does get the help she needs. But at the same time, you're not going to get away with being a fucking lying asshole like she has been. You're not. You're not going to get away with that. And like I said in the other video, why do you think this happened? Because she got greedy and she wanted the trial public. That's why. Because if you think about it, let's say this trial never happened, ever. The trial never happened, and it was only the one over there in the UK with the Sun or some shit, right? Well, over there in the UK, a lot of testimony came out. All the audios were already out. I had never even heard them. So if it wasn't for Amber Heard wanting a trial here in America, none of us would even know that any of this shit existed. She did it to herself. She's the one that wanted the trial. Okay, and why did she do that? She didn't think that Johnny Depp would want to go public. She didn't think that Johnny Depp would take her to trial. She didn't think any of that. She just thought that Johnny Depp was going to cower and be like, no, please don't say anything don't say anything in public. Don't say anything, please, because everybody's going to believe you on Twitter, please. That's what she thought. So she's like, fuck it, I'm going to take him to trial, and I'm going to get more cash out of his ass. And what happened? Here we are now. So if you think that I'm going to sit here and feel sorry for her after all the shit that we've heard, after all the shit that we've read, after all the shit that we have seen, oh, and by the way, all the shit we haven't seen, no police reports, no medical care, no photos of damage on her face like Rihanna. Rihanna got fucked up, man. Do you have any, in case, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it on TikTok because I'm pretty sure TikTok will take it down, man. Like, Rihanna was jacked up, man. She had like this, she had it in her face. She had real bruising and real swelling everywhere. So if you think that people are going to give a shit, especially Rihanna, dude, Rihanna's loved by everybody. I love her music. Everyone loves her music. So if you think that you're going to be able to come up with some bullshit where you steal from Rihanna and people aren't going to fucking get angry about that, I don't know what they expect. I really don't. So let's go into some TikTok comments. From Ren Diabel. That little tramp, grr. I can't even stand to see her on screen anymore. She is pure filth. I wanted to read this one because you have to multiply that by millions and millions of people. And I said it at the beginning. If that woman gets a movie, somehow, some way, if she gets a movie, nobody's going to go watch it. Nobody. They're going to see her name. And actually, I'll take that back. Maybe if she changes her name. And actresses do that, but they still know her face. So I don't see this ending well for Amber Heard. I really don't. Now, am I worried about her killing herself? I mean, I guess. That's not my business. That's her decision. Just like taking this to court was her decision. You know, but if you think that there's women out there that were actually domestically abused and they're going to go watch her movies again, from what I understand, most people didn't even like her in the first Aquaman. That's from what I heard. That's from what everybody's saying. Next, from Clara Bowl, 1922. 1922. We didn't take Rihanna seriously and she was really abused with real proof. Shame on this piece of turd. Now, I think when she says we didn't take Rihanna seriously, I think they mean like, you know, the way you make Chris Brown jokes and the way things like that, because I don't know that anyone didn't believe Rihanna. I mean, once those pictures came out, everybody was like, holy fuck. You know, and damn, like I remember when I first saw him, I was like, holy shit, this guy really beat the shit out of her. And apparently he did all this in a car. So what is it? It's like that scene in Black Mass, actually with Johnny Depp. There's a scene in Black Mass where Johnny Depp's in the back seat and the other guy's driving, and there's a dude in the passenger, and they drive to like a field where there's a river or something, and they just stop there, and then they both start beating the shit out of him, and he's sitting in the passenger. That's essentially what Chris Brown did to Rihanna. God damn. Like, you know, those are real. You saw the photos. And really, man, after everything we've heard, after everything we've seen, I think it is true. All you would need is one photo, one real photo of Amber Heard all jacked up. And we'd be like, okay, Johnny Depp did hit you. Everybody would be like, okay, we believe you. Okay. Oh, and you want to know what, actually? I bet you if there was a photo, then I'd probably agree with the mutual abuse thing. I would. If there was a photo of her all jacked up with a bunch of bruises and swelling, then I'd agree they abused each other. But I don't, you know, and then the reason that is because there's a lot of people nowadays that they believe words are violence. Now, yes, name calling is wrong. I mean, it's mean, but I call people names all the fucking time. I sit here and I have a talk show, you know. But as far as like trying to say that words equal physical violence, come on, give me a fucking break. Words equal physical violence. You're fucking joking, man. You know, well, not man, because it's mostly been women that have been saying that. Okay, so we just hit 18 minutes. Let's see what else. Oh my God, I'm so glad I just saw this one. So this is one of the women that is on Twitter, and I'm going to end it on this one. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for staying with me this long. Thank you for clicking the little bell. I was kind of iffy about bringing this girl up, but, you know, it's so annoying. It really, really is, because she's verified. She's a verified individual. This woman is legit, and she's out here saying this. And I want you women to hear what this woman is saying. Eve Barlow, and on Twitter, @Eve Barlow. It's easy for women with low self-esteem to hate Amber Heard or justify their prejudice towards archetypal feminine strength beauty by denying their envy of it. So this woman just is essentially, in a classy, high-class way, she basically just told all you chicks, hey, y'all got low self-esteem and you don't like her because she's more beautiful than you and she has more strength and beauty. That's how, you see, do you see what I'm talking about? So you're trying to tell me that women out here that agree with Johnny Depp are supposed to agree with that? Someone telling them that they have low self-esteem and they don't like Amber Heard because of her strength and beauty? That's what y'all are supposed to be all together. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. And then she goes on to say, Amber Heard had to fight for her life. Despite her position and assumed privileges, she still wasn't afforded a savior. It's much easier to get behind a woman who plays the damsel in distress. Damsel in distress? Like Rihanna? Is that like Rihanna? Because that's an actual damsel in distress. He beat the fucking shit out of her. Her face looked like fucking crazy. She looked like a Dalmatian with purple spots. That's what she looked like. And she still wasn't afforded a savior. What kind of savior do you want to you want someone to come out like what Elon is supposed to come out and be like, no, Amber Heard was right, Johnny Depp is like, what are you talking about, a savior? And then she goes, it's much easier to get behind a woman who plays the damsel in distress than it is to empathize with a woman who has had to liberate herself. Look, y'all are women, y'all have read it. I'm not even gonna comment on that bullshit. I'm sorry, man. Like, this is the people that y'all are supposed to relate with. This is not okay. This is not okay. You know, and that's why, men, we're not like that. There's been some people in the comments and they've been saying, well, you just support him because you support men. What the fuck? Fuck no. Fuck no. If Johnny Depp beat her ass and we saw pictures of Amber Heard like Rihanna and Johnny Depp did that to her, all the men out here would be saying, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Put him in a cell. Why? Because if this happened to me, if this, not her, not this bullshit, if this shit with Amber Heard happened to me, I'd be fucked. And every single guy out there knows if it happened to him, he'd be fucked. So that's why. There's no such thing as, oh, men support men. There's no such thing. That doesn't exist. We're here because of the evidence. And a lot of women that don't think like this woman, they're here because of the evidence. So I'm just going to leave it right there. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just going to make a quick comment. Hold on. Where is this woman's thing? I don't have it here. I'll post it. This woman has a video, okay, and I was going to roast her ass. I really was. And I even commented on her page. I said, I'm going to fucking roast you. And the only reason I didn't do it, there's only one reason that I didn't do it, is because she asked me not to. She had the balls and she said, she literally, and I don't have the thing, so it's going to be just hearsay, but I'm telling you, she told me, she said, if it's going to bring me harassment, I would rather you not do it. Okay, and I can't control the people that watch my videos, so I don't want people to go harass her. Okay, so I'm not going to roast the shit out of her. But I could if I wanted to. But I'm going to grant her request. I'm not going to roast the shit out of her because I do understand how people like that are. I understand. But I'm going to say it again. The only reason I did it is because she had the balls to ask not to. She didn't say, well, don't you fucking do that, you misogynist. She didn't say it like that. She said, could you please not? I don't want any harassment. She said that. So I granted her request. But, I mean, you can see her name there. Go check out the video. I mean, she makes points that would work for a domestic violence case that isn't this one because, you know, we all know why this case is how it is. And it's because Amber Heard is lying. Okay? If people out here in the world could actually see and believe what she's saying, then they would agree with her. If there was a photo of Amber Heard like Rihanna, then we would agree with her. Okay? So thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for staying with me this long, 23 minutes, a little long. But we're going to keep going. You know, hey, man, every day that this keeps going, we're going to keep going. I mean, people want to hear about it. I'm going to give the people what they want. So thank you for liking and subscribing. We will catch you next time.